this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. So, if you guys aren't in the know, New York City is close to electing its first Muslim mayor. Now, personally, I wouldn't have a problem with this as long as they're on the up and up. However, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm being told, from what I'm being showed, from the paper trail that this man has led, he is a radical. And the stupidest thing about it is, as stupid as New York City is, you would think, hey, okay, we're girl bossing a little bit too close to the sun, but maybe we need to calm the fuck down and pump the brakes. Maybe, just maybe, we need to calm the fuck down and slow our roll. If we don't act like we don't know, maybe it's time to act like we know. Now, between this guy, what is his name, Zohan Madani, you had one of the Cuomo's. It was it Andrew Cuomo, I think. Now, granted, I hate the saying picking to one of the lesser evils to do proper. Like I hate when they say you gotta pick one of the two lesser evils. Because in this case, this is exactly what it was. And it was Andrew Cuomo. I think it was Andrew Cuomo. Was it Andrew Cuomo? I'm not exactly sure which one it was. I know there was one on TV. I mix up his name, and then there's the other one. The one that was I forgot what he was. I think he was the mayor. Was he not the mayor? He was something of New York City, and he sat there and during COVID was doing some tyrannical shit. I believe he was the sole reason for why a lot of elderly people died during COVID. Granted, listen, at no point should we be ever electing radical Muslims in our offices of any cities. And yet here we are. So let's get it. Zohan Mandami's success is especially meaningful for Muslim New Yorkers. Now, hear that shit out. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? Why would his win be meaningful only for a specific group of people? Why is that a good thing? Anyway, let's get it. Zohan Madani speaking during an Eid service and prayer at the Jamaica Muslim Center in Queens earlier this month. He leaned into his faith on the campaign trail. Oh my fucking God, this is going to be real bad. This is going to be real bad for New York. This is going to be terrible for New York. And by Maya King. So let's look at the person writing this. All right, Maya. Okay, Maya. Sure, Maya King. All right. Zohan Modani's stunning performance in the Democratic mayoral primary on Tuesday accounted to the watershed moment for Muslim New Yorkers who could see one of their own lead city hall for the first time should he succeed in the general election in November. New York City is home to roughly 1 million Muslims. Now, I just checked how big the population of New York City was. In 2023, we have 8.25 million individuals. We got 1 million new Muslims in New York City alone. That's a problem. I'm sorry, hate to break it to you. That's a fucking problem for me. That's too many. Just sitting here saying I know it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. Uh, is home to roughly 1 million Muslims. They made up 12% of the electorate in the 2021 mayoral election. Mayor Madami wove his faith into his campaign from the earliest days, hitting the trail while fasting for Ramadan and taking his message of affordability to mosques and Muslim community centers throughout the city. Yo, is there no way in fucking hell no one's noticing that that's a fucking okay? Okay, look, listen, listen. I am not Muslim. I am not Christian. I'm damn sure not Jewish, right? I have no religion. But I understand and respect and acknowledge that the United States of America was formed under Christian values. This is something I understand is a part of the identity of America. And because of that, because it was Christian, people like me are allowed to exist. Even if I'm wrong around the religion, people like me can exist. Now, under Islam, let's not fucking sugarcoat it, right? If this was, let's say if the United States was interwoven under Sharia, we would not be able to exist without bloodshed. We would be killed. All of us, including the ones who also practice it for not being radical enough. Why the fuck would you import this into? Have you guys not seen what they're doing in Europe? Have you not seen what's going on with the UK? Man, this shit is crazy. Anyway, and I already know right? Because I did a video recently, and you had some fucking a person that got upset at me. Some Muslim got upset at me, going, "I don't understand the point of the video. Are you upset that you have Muslims going to stores telling other people what they can and can't have in stock?" What's the problem? Is like, you know exactly what the fucking problem is, and that's the reason why I made the video. The exact You say you don't know the reason for why I make these videos. You know the exact reason why I made this fucking video. You're a radical. You're mad about somebody calling that shit out. This is America. This is not the Middle East. Keep that shit in the Middle East. Don't bring this to America. It's that simple. And the fact of the matter that he was even able to win, right? Because it's not just Muslims that helped him win. It's also woke white people, woke black people, woke people in general, the left, that helped this individual fucking win, right? Because he couldn't have just won without Muslims. But here's the deal: once he's in office, you already know. You already know. Silently, you're going to see more and more Muslims pop up in positions of power. You're going to see more Muslims getting housing. You're going to see more. We already know the favoritism that's going to play. That's going to take play here. We already know if he becomes mayor. We already know. We already know. The man already said that he wants to defund the police and all of that. Let's get it. His triumph over former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who led in most polls throughout the race, was driven by the diverse coalition of voters he built that included young people, people of color. What does that even fucking mean? People of color and first time and infrequent voters. Muslim voters played a large role in growing that base. No, the fuck they didn't. Because if some Muslims walked up to any young people and said, "Do you want to vote?" they would look at them like, "Hell nah. Hell nah. Get away from me." The cooperation among Democrats from different backgrounds was especially heartening for some who saw his background as an example of a new generation of leadership. A Muslim son of immigrants, mind you, this motherfucker's only been here he's been here less than 8 years. If you are 8 years old, you are old. You've been in America longer than him. It's almost like he was put in here as a plant, right? A Muslim summer immigrant might become mayor of New York City in part because he is cross-endorsed and supported by a Jewish candidate and black candidate. Yo, never beating the fucking allegations, dog. Never beating the allegations, dog. And vice versa. Wahaji Ali, a liberal commentator, wrote on social media, referring to Mr. Madani's cross endorsements with Brad Lander and Michael Blake. It's a beautiful American story for the rest of us. Anti-American. This shit is anti-American. Mr. Madami also used his face to push back against allegations of anti-Semitism, prompted by his outspoken criticism of Israel and support of Palestinians in Gaza. Bro, could you imagine being accused of something and the way that you refute it is by doubling down on your radicalism? Only in upside down world does that work. Again, one more time. He used his faith to push back against allegations of anti-Semitism because of his outspoken criticism of Israel, but support for Palestinians in Gaza. In the final days of the campaign, he tearfully recounted death threats he and his family received, explaining the fear and anxiety caused by such threats on the grounds of a person's religion. Mr. Madami also included to those criticisms in his speech declaring victory early Wednesday. There are millions of New Yorkers who have strong feelings about what happens overseas. I am one of them, he said, adding that he would not abandon my beliefs or my commitments to fighting for human rights. Mr. Lander, who is Jewish, sought to project unity between the two faiths at his election night watch party, saying, "We are not going to let anyone divide Muslim New Yorkers or Jewish New Yorkers." So there's like this fucking consensus on Twitter that I've ran across a lot of times where everyone always wants to blame Jewish people for bullshit, and they say Jewish people are the ones that actually push degenerate shit in any forms on the Western world, and it's not natural. And they also sit there and they be like, "Oh, when it comes down to like a lot of the barbaric shit that you see from like people from the Middle East, like a lot of radical Islamists and shit like this, is because of Jewish people. When you see all of these Africans being with unlimited immigration being forced into like, you know, a population of like 300 people, and they'll put like 400 Africans there that are not compatible at all in those areas. That's Jewish people and shit like this, and it's just like, dog, you're literally at war right now, and a Jewish person is is co-sponsoring a Muslim who literally sat there and said he wants to defund the police. He wants to have government controlled grocery stores and supermarkets and shit like this. Are you fucking serious? Yo, no. Crazy. Prominent Muslim leaders who also weighed in on his success. Nahad Awad, yo, man, are we really gonna have to get you some more and more of these fucking crazy, outlandish fucking names in the future? The National Executive Director on the Council of America Islamic Relations wrote in Arabic on X that Mr. Madami's win on Tuesday was a victory for Palestine and justice, and called for protection for him and his family. Yeah, y'all don't lost y'all fucking mind, New York. New York, y'all don't lost y'all fucking mind. Like y'all playing stupid games right now. Y'all letting the worst people take the lead here. Mm-mm. Hell nah. Mm-mm. Like you do understand what's gonna end up happening once he becomes mayor, right? Like, yeah, it's funny because he said how he said some bullshit about the reason for why everything is working out, and he said the police he already this is what he said. This was his words in a tweet, and I wish I could pull the tweet back up. He said, defund the police because we know that they're an organization that discriminates against people of color, Muslims, and the queer. You really think a radical Muslim gives a shit about the LGBT? Come on now. Why are people so fucking stupid, dog? Jesus Christ, you people are dumb.